Guys, long time no see, I guess. Well, I'm just coming to you today because I kind of promised that I would. Um, we're moved into our new house. Finally, yay! I'm just gonna give you all a little background from the hurricane that we had. Um, it got a little crazy after that for us. We went back in, and the landlord at the other house had already decided to have people to rent my house 2 weeks before my lease was finished. And that wasn't okay. That was awful. And it was like, well, and it was a big fight. And y'all know my stress, my anxiety. I just could not handle it. So, knowing that I had a house to go to, my friend said, okay, you know what? Put your stuff in storage, pack your stuff up. You guys can come stay with us. So we did that. All right. And then after we did that, it was cramped. My God, it was cramped. So, but it was okay. I mean, there was no ill issues anywhere. There was nothing. It was all just okay. So, then, before we moved in, she said on the weekend of the 13th, I have family coming from out of town. This is before we even went there to stay. She goes, so do you think you should be in your new house by then? I talked to the other place. They said, oh my gosh, absolutely. You should be in the house by the end of September, which would be September 29th. I was like, no, oh, perfect. That's plenty of time. And, this is me. I think Murphy hates me. I think he just likes to walk around and laugh at me. So I start calling September, 20th, 21st. Are we good to go? Can I come sign a lease? Can we, get stuff going? And he's like, well, it's not quite ready yet. The vendors, which is the people that put in the AC, the stairs, all that stuff, they're running behind because of the hurricane. I'm like, okay. He goes, but you still should be done. But I just don't want you to sign anything and it not be done. And I'm like, okay. So I talked to the person we were staying with, and I said, can we shoot for the 6th? She's like, girl, you've got till the 13th. And it wasn't a mean way she said it. She's like, I just, these people are coming. And I'm like, okay. So I went back to him, and he's like, it's not going to be ready. He goes, it's not going to be ready until the 6th. Because that was the weekend. He goes, I should definitely have everything done by the 6th. Okay, so the 6th comes. I call him. No answer. I email. No response. And mind you, before on all this, he was responsive, either phone calls, emails, even if I called and he didn't answer, he would email me back and tell me he was in a meeting. Whatever. Nothing. Okay. So we go down there. I drive over there and I look. And it has no stairs, no AC, no plumbing, and this was on the 4th of October. So I start to panic because, again, here we go. I'm going to not have a house again. And meantime, the person I'm staying with she was kind of with me through all of this. She knew everything. And she's like, let me see if I can push off, my family coming for another week or two. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, if worst case scenario, that'll give you time to find a place. Okay. They're insistent. They're like, we're coming this weekend. That's it. It was parents or aunts or uncles, I believe, that were coming. So, they were like, this is law. This is what we're doing. And okay. No problem. You guys did me a favor. We'll go from here. So I call the sister property of that one. And I'm like, look, this is the situation. This is what I've got going on. I'm already approved to live there. I have the money in hand. Do you guys have anything that I can move into this weekend? Because by now it is the 6th, 7th, 8th. It was the 9th of October. Yeah, the 9th. And she was like, that really happened? I'm like, I can promise you. I gave her all the information. And this woman looked everything up. She was like, oh my God. Yeah. She goes, I can see your emails. I guess they file everything or something. She goes, I can see your conversations, your emails. She goes, wow. She's like, okay. She put me on hold. She came back and she said, I have a brand new trailer. You can move in this park on Saturday. Only thing she has to do is get the final inspection done. And that's just, hey, you can have move-in people. And she goes, that's going to happen tomorrow. I was like, okay. Kicker. We were in Gainesville. Now we're in Jacksonville. Yep, we don't live in Gainesville anymore. So I lost my little baby River. Doesn't mean we're not going to have him all the time. And I still talk to Mama and I still see pictures. And I still, she's like, I'll bring him for weekends or like summer vacations. And she's like, I need somebody. But anyway, that's another story. So this woman put me in the same exact house, brand new trailer, the same exact one that they had over there in Gainesville, here. Cheaper rent, way cheaper electricity, extremely cheaper electricity. Totally different cable company. We did not get TV. We just got internet and phone because I have to have it for work. And that's cheaper. Our electric is prepay. I don't get a bill. And I can track daily what we use. So when we moved in, they said the first payment for this has to be $60. But $10 is the setup fee, $50 is for your electric. So this started last Saturday. I'm averaging out to $3 a day usage with electricity, including AC, including everything. It gives you a day by day how much you've spent ratio. We have used the washer, but the only other thing we have to do, and Michael's actually out getting it right now, is we had to change the plug in the back because it was a 3-prong and we have to have a 4-prong. So we've been washing laundry here, and right outside the park to the right is a laundromat where you can just run the dryer. So we've kind of done that a little bit. So the only thing I really haven't run is the dryer. Everything else is normal usage. And literally yesterday's electricity usage was $2.77. One day last week it was $4 and something. However, last Sunday it said 32 cents, which I was like, no, there's no way I only use 32 cents. So I'm going to very much be keeping track on that. So out of my $50 that I started last Saturday with, I have got $29.77 left for this week. I am going to just throw $10 on it just to make me feel better. Today, I just haven't done it yet. And then, if we get cut off for non-payment, just say like, oh my gosh, I let it go and I didn't pay attention. If we get cut off, all I have to do is go online on my phone, make a payment. It can be $5 and I'll get turned right back on. It's all done remotely, immediately. So, yay. Because that could be Mickey's survey money. That could be something. However, everything's so much cheaper. I'm not going to be paying a $500 a month electric bill. My rent, instead of at the other place initially, which it was $831, unless I was late, it was $907. I'm only paying $763 here. There is a little kicker to that, though. This property reads your water meter themselves. So that is due when your rent is due on the 1st. But they give you like a statement like 8 days prior to when that's due of what your water usage is. I did speak to them, and I asked them what would be their highest, like a large family in here, highest water bill ever. And she told me it would be, she goes, really $50. So I'm okay with that. And then we have to pay trash separately too, and that's $15. Michael and Chloe just walked in. I'm vlogging because y'all weren't here, so go away. See, he just got the cord I told you about. Let me see. He just brought that back. So he got this thing So with the 4 prongs, I'm not even going to open it. I have zero clue of what to do with this. So just in case this doesn't work, you have the receipt, right? You just dropped it.
Yeah.
We have the receipt. Yay. Okay. He's going to have to YouTube how to do that.
However, though, trying to get back is going to cost
I know.
more with the thing.
I know. So that's it. They also don't do your lawn here, which is, and I don't have a lawnmower, which is not a huge deal, because you can pay somebody $15. You can pay them $15 a month, or the lady said she knows a guy or has a guy or something that can mow the lawn for $15. And really, at this time of year, it's maybe once a month. So as of right now, that would be cheaper than me going out and buying a lawnmower. I don't have any place to store it yet, so I'm going to do that. And so pretty much that's that for the house. I am going to do a house tour. Probably, I haven't done it yet, so I'll probably get it done today. Today is Friday. I'm going to try to actually get this video up today. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I have had a lot going on. Now let me get into the heavy stuff. But I am happy with my move. So, when we went to my friend's house, Saber, my little pit bull, got, she's a pit bull mix, got sick. I took her to the vet. They told me she had cancer. They didn't do any tests on her. You could see it. I knew it. I was just kind of like hoping they would say, oh, take this magic pill and she'll be fine. But they gave me antibiotics, they gave me steroids, and they told me to have her on Benadryl, which seemed to kind of clear everything up a little bit, and I was kind of hopeful, okay, because she was only 11. I mean, she was old, but she got better-ish. And then all of a sudden one day she started throwing up again. And that's what the Benadryl was for, to keep, because the tumors in the dogs can start causing histamine, which could start making them vomit. And I'm sure you hear the noise out there. This house is not soundproof, and that's Michael acting like a tool. Anyway, so she kind of got worse before we got here. Like the day we were moving here, she was in the car. My other son from Orlando came up, and she was in his car, and she was coughing and not really good and whatever, but she came in. She ate that morning, but then she wouldn't eat that night when we were here. Not even to take her pills, like not even a piece of cheese or anything like that. So I was like, she was always my timid, scaredy cat dog. So I was like, well, maybe she's just a little nervous, We're in a new house. I'm not going to sweat it. I'm not going to force the pills down her throat tonight. We'll hit her up in the morning. In the morning, she wouldn't eat. Wouldn't touch food. We gave her water. She would drink water. And she went outside. Did she ever go outside here? Like out?
Not really.
I think we got her out in the backyard once. Every other time she would go to the front porch and stand there and just turn around and come back in. She was peeing on the floor, which it's a dog. You can expect it. She was sick. That's not my issue. But she was sitting, like she wasn't even getting up to go like pee in the hallway or something. She was just laying there doing it. And I was like, all right. So, because I was not financially prepared for this yet. No. It cost us, with all your guys' help, the $2,000 in GoFundMe. It was like $2,100 in GoFundMe, but it cost us like another $900 plus all the staying at my friend's house because, we had to eat differently and, that kind of stuff. I had the vet visits for the dog. Not that I was expecting that, so even though it seemed like I was bill free for 3 months or 3 weeks, the way we had to live, it couldn't be extremely cheap. So, we were buying food that I wouldn't normally buy, like frozen food. Hey, just throw this in the oven. Kids can have dinner, that kind of thing. So, I mean, we literally had $40 to our name. 40. Not even. And not expecting to, not expecting to not, I mean, I'm going to make money working, right? But,
Costs $100 to get a dry.
what?
I said it cost $100 to get a dry cable. About that.
Yeah, it cost us about $100 for that dryer cable, but that was also with transportation to get there because y'all know I don't have a car. So anyway, to get back to that, the Uber, oh my God, the U-Haul cost money, obviously. That was all part of us moving here. First, security, pet deposit. We had to get the U-Haul to come here. I don't have a car, so my son came and transported the animals, but I had to transport people in a U-Haul. This was all stuff I wasn't factoring in when I was expecting to move just around the corner in Gainesville. So it ended up being a little bit over $3,000. Okay, fine, whatever. We got it, we're here, that's great. To euthanize your dog and to get the return ashes, and that's a must. I don't care, my kids expect it. We have it from our other dog. We did that. Was $390. I got a friend of mine, actually, and I've known her for years and years. She has a rescue up in New Hampshire. I believe it's New Hampshire. New England, New Hampshire. I think it's the same area. Whatever. I called her and I asked her, I said, is there any advice, any place you can hook me up with? Anything that would take payments? Is there anything that I can do? Because it's not something, I don't put a dog down on a regular basis, And she's like, what's going on? And I explained, the dog has cancer. She's got a big tumor on her face and it's in her neck. And she's like, oh my God. She's like, hold that thought. She goes, send me a picture. So I sent her a picture. She put that up on her rescue's webpage and just said family friend. She told me out of the rescue money, she would pay for it, like out of her rescue. And then, I could just donate back to her when I got caught up, which was it. But then she put it up and people donated to my dog left and right through her rescue. So, which was great because I ended up being able to do it. And then with her rescue discount, it was $294. So we got her put down. We had to put her down the other day, on Wednesday. So she's no longer with us. I had to, though. That poor baby. I mean, and of course she broke my heart because the night before, we already had this planned. I had to explain it to the kids. I gave the kids an extra day to spend time with her because I knew she wasn't going. She was still getting up and moving and, they could say goodbye and all that stuff. Because we had her since she was a puppy. The night before, Christopher was sitting there eating cheese, and she kind of looked at him and pricked her ears up like she was interested. And this is after she hasn't eaten for 3 days. We were syringing Ensure down her mouth, trying to get her medication in her, mixing milk with wet dog food and medication down her throat, just so she'd have, till we could figure this out, just so she'd have some nutrition. She was drinking water. But anyway, he handed her the cheese and she ate it. I mean, I'm talking like a block. It was like he cut off a massive chunk off of a block of cheese. And she ate it. And we all looked at each other like, wait a minute, she hasn't eaten for 3 days. We've had to, with tears in our eyes, kind of force this food down her, So I said, hey, go open a can of wet dog food. We'll offer it to her. If she doesn't eat it, we'll give it to another dog. No big deal. She ate the big cans, not the little bitty little dog cans, but the big cans. She ate the whole thing. So, of course, this was the night before I'm supposed to take her at 10:30 in the morning on Wednesday. So it was Tuesday night. So, of course, now I'm like, wait a minute. Was she just nervous? Was she just... Because she was a very weird character dog. Very timid of other people, very weird, very scared. She was scared of balloons. She was scared of balls. She was just scared of her own shadow. She was just chicken. So I was sitting there going, all right, so was she not eating because we moved? I mean, is she ready to go yet? Is she going to eat? Is this me jumping the gun? I mean, even though she's sick, does she have a month or 2 left? Should I not do this? And, so I messaged my friend and she's like, Kristi, you do need to do this. She's like, you have to do this. You have to do this now. And I'm like, but, I don't want to do this if she's not ready. And then, so we sat as a family and we discussed it because this was at night. And I said, listen, she ate this food. She ate the cheese. She drank water. If in the morning she's pretty much up to acting like herself again, I mean, way better than she was. She used to like dance around, wag her tail, you know, get in your face. And if she's acting like that, or at least closely attempting to get that back, I might put it off. You know, giving her food for one more day, or, you know, seeing if she gets her energy back. The next morning she didn't do anything. She refused food again. So we took her in and she went peacefully. We were in the room for that. So Saber is no longer with us. See, it's making me upset. Anyway. Next, moving forward, in the same time that we moved here, well, I met a lady. It was in the process of moving from the old house to this house that ran a sanctuary for birds. And I kind of met her saying, hey, you know, I've had this bird, you know, I rescued her. It's been about a year, getting nowhere with her feathers. The minute she starts to get them back, she plucks them all out. You know, I can't change her diet. Can you give me some ideas? And her and I talked some more, and I asked her, she didn't come to me. I asked her if she thought Chimera would be better with her than with us, and maybe she could help her. And we talked about, because I didn't want to do that either. I was like, oh. But, you know, I'm looking at my little naked chicken going, you know, am I helping her? You know, she's happy here, yeah, but am I helping her? And this woman actually has a sanctuary where the birds, unless she finds the absolute perfectly right person to adopt the bird, she just keeps them there in the sanctuary. So we agreed, and I talked to the family, which the kids were mad at me because they said I got rid of 2 of their animals now. She is actually at a parrot, was it a parrot sanctuary? Mm-hmm. She's at a parrot sanctuary where she'll get the vet care that she needs. This woman says she gets parrots that are stubborn to get their feathers back all the time. She's giving me daily updates. And she also told me if she feels like she was going to adopt her to somebody, that she would discuss it with me first. But she said she's not even going to try to do that until she has her feathers back. And if she doesn't have her feathers back, then she's staying with her for the sanctuary for the rest of her life, or, you know, whatever. I've gotten pictures. I've gotten updates. I'm actually at peace with that. Totally at peace with that. I think we did the right thing for her. And so, hurricane, moved to a friend's, dog died, got rid of a parrot, all in the matter of a month. I'm emotionally spent. We're actually on the upswing of things, so we're getting better with all that. Like I said, I will do a house tour later. Today, hopefully I'll have it up tomorrow. But I just want to tell you where we've all been, what we've been doing. I have been putting updates on my Broken Over It Facebook page. Something's wrong, and I have to spend time today because I'm not working, messing with, if I take a picture on Instagram, it goes to my regular Facebook. It's not going to the Broken Over It page. So, I'm doing that. I got to mess with that and see why that's happening. But you can subscribe to me on there. I do try to put updates, maybe not as religiously as I should over this last, little bit, but I'm definitely trying to get back in the swing of vlogging. I might change what I do around a little bit because I did get a set schedule at work. I'm off Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we'll see with that. I wasn't burnt out doing this before, but I don't want to burn myself out with that and with working. and with, everything else. So, if you haven't already, and I am still doing Dave Ramsey, and I'm still trying to catch up. I have to sit down and do a written budget, which I'm actually going to do here shortly. So I'm kind of like in the what do I do stage right now. But that's where I'm at. That's what we're actually doing. So we are in our new home. I also do plan on getting a P.O. box at some point. We have to get to the post office first, because at the post office is where you have to get your mailbox keys. When you don't have a car and the post office is not in walking distance, it tends to be expensive. So that probably won't be for another week or so. But then I get a post office box. We can do a Christmas card back and forth thing that I'm looking forward to, and all that stuff. So, and I just dropped my little stand that I had going on. Sorry. So I'm going to get all that done. I'm going to go ahead and try to upload this here in a minute. But please like, subscribe, comment. All my social media is down below. I'm going to say I think I still have the links on the computer. I'm not sure. They should be there. That I can just throw down there. If not, I will get them, I guess. And I look forward to doing another update with you guys. Love you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.